Gracias. DeAndre, I'm going to ask you this. I talked to Leo yesterday and I asked him about his overall thoughts on the growth of the game in the US. Obviously, it's a short window for him. He's only arrived just under 2 months, but, he has a pretty good perspective now. But I wanted to ask you what you thought overall on how you think not just Messi's arrival, but the overall growth of the impact of the game within the League's Cup, within his arrival, Jordi, etc., and where you think it's going, especially because of 2026 Copa America over here. And I wanted to just translate that to Tata. Tata, le pregunté a Leo ayer acerca del...
I asked Leo yesterday about the growth of the sport here in the United States, 2026 Cup America next year. And you know this perfectly. You came back. What do you believe? What do you think about the growth of the sport here, and what heights can it reach?
No, I mean, I think the growth is incredible. I obviously think before Messi's arrival, the growth of the league was already it was growing very fast, but Messi's arrival just completely expedited it, and now we're obviously entering some of the biggest years in U.S. soccer's history. And to have him here in the league and doing what he's doing already, it's incredible for the league. And I think the world's eyes are on the league right now. So it's definitely up to us and up to us as a country to take advantage of that and make the most of it.
Paul Tenorio from The Athletic.
Paul.
Tata has talked about how Leo Messi doesn't have the weight on his shoulders anymore from winning the World Cup with Argentina, and how on the field we're able to see that he's playing happy again. I wonder if there are examples away from the field that we can't see where you can kind of see and experience that happiness from Leo. Igual, Tata, que hay ejemplos fuera de la cancha que podemos.
And Tata, are there examples outside of the field that you can see that Leo doesn't have that weight on him anymore?
Yeah, I mean, usually we're obviously at the training ground when we're with him. But I mean, just his overall vibe, his overall attitude. I like to think I'm a pretty good vibe reader. So he's always smiling. He as I said before, he talks to everybody. He could have come in and, he's Lionel Messi, you know what I mean? He's the best player in the history of this game. He could have come in and said, I'm doing stuff my way and that's how it's going to be. But he's come in and completely mixed in with the group, mixed in with the old guys, mixed in with the young guys, everything, just like a regular player. So for me, obviously I had a ridiculous amount of respect for him as a player before I played with him. But I think more so now is just even more respect for him as a human being. He's an unbelievable human being.
There you go.
Yeah, Ben Wright with MLSsoccer.com. DeAndre, my question's for you. Nashville and Miami obviously came into MLS at the same time. There's a good bit of history between you. What has been kind of your assessment of the matchups between the two teams in the past, and how have maybe the feelings changed based on the additions you've made this past summer, and your form heading into this game?
Yeah, I think we obviously know the type of team Nashville is. They're going to give us a incredibly physical game. I think that's their big strength. They obviously have some really, really dangerous players. Especially up front in Mukhtar and Fafa, and Schaffelberg. But at the end of the day, they always give us a great game. It's always difficult, a lot of runs in behind. You always got to be on your toes, especially defensively. Obviously we're in a good form right now. We have a lot of momentum, but at the end of the day, that means nothing until you step on the field. You gotta show that on the field. So we're ready. We know we're gonna have a difficult game tomorrow. We know we're obviously away from home. I know our owners have purchased tickets for our supporters group to come. So, kudos to them for that. They've also purchased tickets for our families to come. And a plane for them to come as well. So, we'll at least have some of our people with us. So we're excited about that. But yeah, we know it's gonna be a difficult match. They're obviously in great form right now as well. So we're really excited.
Let's go to Carlos in the fourth row. Profe Martino Carlos Nava de ESPN.
Pregun-
Thank you. Hello, DeAndre. Buenos días, Tata. La misma pregunta en inglés y en
The
español.
same question in English and Spanish.
A lot of people who have been watching your team for the last 6 games say, like, who's going to beat you guys? How is somebody going to beat you? That your team looks invincible. And I wanted to know, is your team invincible? How do you guys feel about it? You know, is there any chance of getting overconfident the way you guys have been winning and scoring so many goals? Y para Tata, lo mismo. Hay
And for
gente que
Tata, the same thing. There's people that say that you are invincible, that you're winning 3 goals, 4 goals. Can you talk about, is there a danger that the team is overconfident as you've been playing these days with so many goals, with so much a difference? Gracias. Or thank you.
I mean, I don't think our team's invincible. I don't think we're a perfect team and that's how it is. But we're obviously in good form right now. We're very confident right now. But we've also only been together for 3 weeks or whatever it is. And even today, before we left on the plane, we had a meeting, of mistakes that we made during the Philadelphia game. And there were probably more than the average viewer would think there was. So we've definitely given teams opportunities, and those are mistakes that we have to clean up to become even better. Obviously in the Dallas game, we cut it a little bit too close. But at the end of the day, we're confident. We obviously have good momentum right now in this league, and especially in this tournament. Every opponent that we're going to face, has the opportunity to beat us. So we have to be ready.